Hi everyone. I'm sure by now most of you know about the whole Sarah Palin Family Guy thing, but just in case you don't, um, the show Family Guy aired an episode about a week ago where the son Chris goes on a date or starts going out with a woman with Down syndrome, and it's during one of these dates that she says that she is the daughter of the governor of Alaska. That's just it. One throwaway line, not kind of funny, not hugely funny, but apparently, that's all that Sarah Palin needs to, stick her big fucking nose in this and try to overblow it and just tries to spout the same stupid shit she always does. And this comes shortly after the whole retard thing where Rahm Emanuel used the word retard to describe a bunch of people who weren't, by the way, physically or mentally handicapped. And she tried her best to sound offended and even tried to get him fired or at least ask for his resignation. But then Rush fucking Limbaugh, which by the way is his actual middle name, he says it in an arguably more severe context, and she doesn't say shit because apparently, that was, he said it in satire. But then Family Guy, a comedy show that is pretty much 100% all satire. I mean, that's not okay. Ah, I see. When it's against your own political ideas, it's bad. It's clear now. I had no idea that, when Rush Limbaugh's ass ends, Sarah Palin's nose begins. Very interesting. Mrs. Palin, or if I can be more informal, fuckwit. The physically and mentally handicapped do not need your protection. By your constant patronising, you're treating them exactly how they don't want to be treated, which is, differently. Like, they need someone to stand in for them when something you think will offend them happens. No, fuck off. You're stifling them, let them lead their own lives and let them watch what they want, They just want to be treated like everyone else, and they do not need your full concern. In fact, I bet a lot of them laughed at the joke, and if some of them didn't like it or were offended, then, fuck them, why should they get special treatment? There have been loads of complaints over the years about the jokes on Family Guy, and, the creator, Seth MacFarlane, just keeps going ahead and does whatever the jokes he wants, and so it should be. What right do you or anyone else have to say what's acceptable in comedy and what's not, it's one of the things I'm very passionate about is, either everything's okay to make fun of or nothing is, and this is just a great example of this. Do you think I was offended when Family Guy made fun of British people, with the gigantic teeth and the talking about cricket, which is completely incomprehensible, the rules that they were talking about, and the drive-by arguments, which was pretty funny actually. I kind of like that. But I wasn't offended. You know why? Because it was a fucking joke. It amazes me how Sarah Palin will use her own children in order to put forward her own twisted ideals. I bet she scours the internet, looking for stories in which she can use her kids to her advantage, and so at least then she has something to talk about other than the 4 or 5 talking points she recycles every time someone asks her a question. She's shown herself to be nothing but a greedy, fame-hungry woman who cares very little about actual governing than she does about being paid to spout her vile views on a news organisation that has about as much credibility as a serial killer has concern about their victims. She's just... I don't even know. I'm gonna end this now because, I'm pissed off at her, But, to summarise, Sarah Palin, fuck you.